and we would like to welcome you guys on to Game 2 of our doubleheader. Today, in this one, we will see the men's basketball team, the Lloyd Eagles, hooking up with Grace College. I'm Dylan Grace, and I'll be shortly joined on call with Gannon Brown, which he just arrived.
Well, thank you for bringing us in, Dylan. As always, thank you for joining us here in Pippa. We have an exciting Game 2 of action.
That's a three-pointer for Koji Anderson. They're D'ing up pretty good in the backcourt. And already.
I'm not sure if you mentioned, but we do have a couple new starters this game. Will Alexander getting his first start of the season, as well as Desmere Hatchett getting some starting minutes. Those minutes usually going to Jacob Curry and Nas Welch, so you'll get to see them come off the bench and bring some different energy this game. But as always, we do thank you for joining us here in Pippa Passes.
And it is the Eagles' ball. That is a three-point basket for Will Alexander. Put the Eagles up 6-0 early. And a turnover. And that is a off-the-mark three-point attempt for Koji Anderson. Grace College up the court. Current with the ball is number 5, Brandon Gable. Gable with the ball, driving in. Hands off, and it is a wedgie. Don't see that too often. That is a missed three-point attempt. Here comes Grace College.
Yeah, Grace Christian is definitely opposite from the last team we were watching in the women's game, as their bench is full and it looks like there's a lot of height on it. Eversole with a deep pass.
Oh,
meet him at the rim.
That is
going
a
to be
foul.
a foul. That's great, good absorption of contact there from junior Landon Napier.
Looks like it's going to send Landon Napier to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, I've really noticed that Napier has taken over almost a senior leader role on this team. You're seeing, even though he's not technically a senior, he's starting to exemplify traits of a higher class leader. Him and both Koji Anderson both feel like the type of guy that's first to practice, last to leave. And I mean, I know them personally both, and I know they're both great guys. So those are definitely two guys you want to be at the forefront of your basketball team.
Yeah. And to be successful, you need tough, gritty players like that.
Absolutely. And if you're talking tough and gritty, you can't forget who's unfortunately injured this season. Senior Wilgus Tolson. Wilgus Tolson is the hardest playing basketball player I've ever watched in my life. It's hard to explain, but he wants the ball more than everybody else does, and he's going to do whatever he can to get it. But we do wish him the best, as he's dealing with a hand injury.
And that is a three-point shot by Braden Gable of Grace College to cut this lead to 7-3 early on. And a turnover. Three-point attempt is good by number 10, Aiden Burns.
And just like that, we have a 1-point game. If you're looking at visitor first, we have a score of 6-7. Except for that layup from Landon. Napier is going to give us a 6-9 lead for the Eagles. I'll tell you, Dylan, I'm taking every chance I get.
I know.
It's like we're getting a timeout early on. I'm not sure. I do believe it's on the visitors from Grace Christian University. While we're looking in the comment section of the live chat, let us know who you're rooting for. Are you cheering on the homestanding Alice Lloyd Eagles, or are you rooting for the visitors from Grace Christian this Saturday afternoon? And more importantly, everybody tunes in to watch a couple players. Give your players some shout-outs. Who are you watching? I know we got a shout-out for Will Alexander getting his first start of his collegiate career for varsity, but anybody watching anybody else, give them some love, give them some shout-outs. As we are back in action, currently with a 3-point Alice Lloyd lead.
And that's a 3-point attempt, and it is off the mark.
Well, this team looks like they like to shoot their three ball, especially for how
running it up the court.
Koji Anderson, not gonna go. Anderson's another one that once he gets hot, it's hard to cool him off. Him and Evan Eversole, I've noticed, are both like that.
Wow.
Looks like we have Evan Eversole on double duty tonight. He's playing basketball, he's cleaning the floor.
Always good to see players like that.
Yeah, he just wants to play. You can tell with certain players, they just want to get the ball going. And a steal for Will Alexander.
That's a deep pass, and it's a 3-point attempt, and it's off the mark.
Not going to go, but looking on the bench or at the scores table, you do have two of the former starters about to come back in, Nas Welch and Jacob Curry.
Fast-paced game.
And that's going to give Alexander and Eversole a little bit of a break. So it's going to keep Desmere Hatchett as the only non-original starter out there. Des definitely earning those minutes.
That's a 3-point attempt, and it's off the mark. Rebound by number 1, Nas Welsh. That is a 2-point shot for Landon Napier.
Napier with a tough finish there, having to go around his defender.
Double team in the backcourt, trying to force a backcourt turnover. But Grace College able to get it over. And it is rims out. It's a rebound for Landon Napier. Oh. Three-point attempt, and it is off the mark for Jacob Curry.
We're seeing in the live chat that Krista Amberg is tuning in, rooting on her boyfriend Landon Napier on their way back from nationals. And I know for me and the rest of the marketing department, we were very, very proud to watch the volleyball team go and play at the national tournament, especially watching that big upset in the 5th set, that one game. I'll tell you, I've been on the edge of my seat for some games, but I was on the edge of my seat for that volleyball game. So We do wish you all a safe journey home, and we are very, very proud of you all holding yourselves and representing the school at the national level, as well as the soccer team who also just came back from nationals.
They both had record-breaking seasons, and we are very proud of both teams.
They did. They both had amazing years.
And they both have very bright futures.
Very, very bright futures, we'll say. Coach Van Hoos and Coach Lander both have a lot to be proud of, as we currently have an 11-6 Alice Lloyd lead. And another shout out for Will Alexander, getting a lot of love on the live stream tonight. Yeah. And we're going to take just a short pause, and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. And we are back after the timeout break. Alice Lloyd with an 11-6 lead as Grace Christian is now inbounding the ball.
That shot is off the mark and a rebound for Evan Eversole.
I will tell you, Dylan, I'm very impressed with Evan Eversole as a freshman on this team, having a very, very big impact, being probably a top 2, top 3 player on this team as a true freshman.
Yeah, he's showing that he has that grit in him, and that's the kind of player you want for 4 years here.
Yeah, if you can get 4 good years out of Eversole and you're able to build a team around him, the sky is the limit on how high this team can go. We also had a substitution. Aiden Sloan subbed in for the Alice Lloyd
Eagles. And a three-point attempt, and it is good for Jalen Shepard for Grace College. It is currently 11-9 with 13:39 to go in the first half. And that's a three-point attempt, and it is off the mark.
But it's going to be off of a visiting defender, so it's going to, I believe it's going to be Alice Lloyd ball. Alice Lloyd will retain the possession.
And that is off the rim. Grace College running up the court. Good pass and a good shot for number 5 for Grace College. That is a bucket by Braden Gable. He's been working hard early in this game for Grace College. That's a three-point attempt, and it is off the rim for Will Alexander.
Yeah, you're hearing his name called a lot as again a true sophomore.
And that shot is good again by Jalen Shepard. Been working hard early. It's a 13-11 Grace College lead.
Nice spin there from Sloan. Shot from Curry. Not gonna go. Rebound from Nas Welch, up, and he's going to get fouled, send him to the line to shoot 2.
That was a gritty rebound. He didn't necessarily have the size advantage on that rebound, but he gritted through and got it.
That's the type of player that Nas is. Nas wants the ball. Nas is going to fight with the best of them to go try to get it.
And Grace bringing it up the court. The defense is pretty tight right here. Shepard. Pass out. And that three is off the mark by Tucker Lloyd.
Nice inside pass there, going to go off the hands of a defender, going to remain Alice Lloyd ball. Alice Lloyd currently with a 1-point deficit.
Pull-up shot is no good.
Alexander just off the mark again.
Oh, look at that.
Welch is going to take a hard hit there. We're seeing some more love for Will Alexander from Caden Holcomb here in the chat. Caden Holcomb, also known as the best replay manager in Pippa Pass's history.
Oh. Shout him out.
Showing some love here on the chat. And we're sitting pretty good on the chat. Currently sitting at 69 views, 195 total. We thank you all for coming out and supporting, whether you're in person or you're on the web. We have a 5-man sub. You're going to see Daniel Carmichael, Alex Rasnick, Mel Hazel, Taysom Parks, and going in for the shooter is going to be Micah Shelton.
You've got to respect the grit being shown by Nas Welch here, just to drive in there, take that hard contact like that without it facing him at all, just hopping right back up.
That very much so is the type of player that Nas Welch is. Nas is a hard player. Nas is going to give you good minutes. Nas is a player I'm glad to have on my team and glad we don't have to go against.
Early on, it is 13-13 with around 11 minutes to go in the first half. And that's
Shelton with the rebound. Pass out to Carmichael, over to Hazel.
That's out of bounds off of number 12, Tucker Lloyd for Grace University.
AR for three. It's going to go. Alex Rasnick for his first triple of the game.
I think three. I'll watch. No. 3:32 is the
Driving in, and there was some hard contact on that play. Oh.
He's on their website.
Number 5 for the Eagles. Taysom Parks looks like he's banged up a little bit. Aiden Burns is on the line for Grace. Trying to cut into this lead early on. Made it 16-14 with around 10 minutes to go left in the first half. That's a three-point attempt, and it is off the mark. Easy under the basket layup for Brad Coleman. Tie this game at 16 apiece.
And that was a good find. Brad just slipped under the coverage.
The three-point attempt is off the rim. That shot was missed by Daniel Carmichael. And it looks like we're getting a timeout with 9:39 to go left in the first half. So what have you thought about the game so far?
So far, it's been really even, really back and forth. Alice Lloyd started out with 2 big threes, and they're not really hitting their shots like they were. But you got to be happy if you're either team. You're seeing both teams exercising their strength, and Alice Lloyd, unfortunately, missing more threes than making, I would say, at this point. But they really just have to rely on their grit, their heart, and just go back to fundamental basketball. It's not all about the big threes. It's not all about the flashy plays. It's about just getting the ball in the basket.
It's about taking the appropriate shot, not the shot you want to take. It's about taking the correct shot, the logical shot.
Absolutely. You just gotta remember what your goal is. It's not to be flashy. It's to score points. And Alice Lloyd's a team that can score points. I promise you that.
I'm back in a second after I make a call.
And we are back from the timeout. 16 all. Looks like we're going to have the same group in for Coach Cornet's Eagles. Pass out to the open man, and that 3-point's going to go. It's going to be number 12 for Grace Christian, making his 3-pointer. Shelton driving. Pass out to Daniel Carmichael for his 3. Not going to go. Taysom Parks with the rebound. Finds the open man, Alex Rasnick out driving. Carmichael, Micah Shelton for 3. Not going to go. Parks getting another fight at the board, not going to get it that time. Taysom Parks with some great hustle there, though. Getting his own rebound on that one. Shelton running the point. We're about to see a 5-man sub. The starters coming back in for Alice Lloyd. Fighting for that ball. Man not able to get back. Just through the hands of Hazel. And that's going to be substitutions for both teams. The big one's going to be Alice Lloyd sending 5 fresh guys out there. Fast break opportunity. Desmere Hatchett back to guard it.
And that's a rejection. Out of bounds off of number 4 for Alice Lloyd, Desmere Hatchett.
It looks like Evan Eversole's not having to be the one that's mopping this time. Give him a little bit of a break there.
And that
Tough
is a
pass.
bucket.
Tough pass right between 2 Alice Lloyd defenders.
For Braden Gable, he's playing hard early on to give Grace a 7-point lead. Look at that. Evan Eversole just discarded that defender. Ran straight through him.
And Desmere Hatchett with a smart play is going to pick that up and throw it off the legs of the defender, giving Alice Lloyd the ball back.
Koji Anderson
3
creating
point
space. Not going to go for him.
And that is good for Keontae Richards to put this out to an 8-point game. 3-point attempt, and it is no good.
Rebound. Put back. Second chance opportunity for Desmere Hatchett.
Desmere's playing very hard early on.
Absolutely. Des is one that's trying to prove that he deserves starting minutes, and I think he is. Looks like some people aren't a fan of that call. That's
Sounds like some very frustrated people.
It does. Alice Lloyd fans are very passionate about their Alice Lloyd men's basketball program.
And that is no good for Will Alexander, and a rebound for Grace running down the court. Number 32.
Stop and pop. Not going
Off
to go.
Evan Everso rebounding. Proving he has Everso driving. Through two. Misses. And that's a rebound by Braden Gable. You've heard his name called a whole lot early on.
We have, definitely.
That is a rebound for Landon Napier. A little floater and looked to be contact there because no foul called. And Devin Barkey with the ball for Grace. And that's a steal. Not, it was out of bounds.
Yeah, he
Still
stole it, but he was standing off the court.
It's still Grace ball.
5 seconds to go on a shot clock, though.
And if you're an Eagles fan, you've got to hope to start getting a few stops because the lead is kind of starting to grow a little bit and your offense is not operating the way it should be. That is no good for Landon Napier.
But Napier not really playing his brand of basketball. He's not really getting going like he's used to. Definitely something that he'll look to improve.
That's a 3-point attempt, and it's off the rim. Alice Lloyd ball. Down 28-20 with 4:23 to go in the first half.
So we're going to have the media timeout, the under 5-minute timeout, currently sitting at a 8-point lead for Grace Christian University over Alice Lloyd, sitting at a 20-28 game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We are back now, and we got Alice Lloyd, Desmere Hatchet bringing the ball up the court. Passing it off. Got Evan Everso driving, and that is blocked
at the back of the rim. Not used to seeing that happen to Everso of anybody. Tough drive there from number 2 from Grace Christian.
Put them up by 10 points late in the first half. And Grace Christian is on a 14-4 run. It was tied at 16 at one point. Now we're 30-20. It's a 14-4 run for Grace. And that is good for Keontae Richards to bring this up to a 12-point game. The shots are just not falling for the Eagles early on. But Koji Anderson with a response. And
looks like they're fighting for it. They're gonna retain.
Eagles ball.
Looks like we're gonna see some substitution. Nas Welch coming in and then getting his first varsity start. Big shout out to number 25, Tarek Smith. Tarek, one that's been grinding it out on the JV team. I know he's been wanting this varsity minutes for a long time. He's been talking to me about it, and I gotta say we're proud of him getting himself some varsity minutes. Let's see what he's able to do with it.
You have to earn the minutes to get on this team, and to be here, it's like he has earned the minutes.
Absolutely.
And he's taking a 3, and it is off the rim. And a quick run down the court. And Brad Coleman was fouled.
Looks like a substitution for Grace. You ever seeing some love in the chat for Tarek Smith? I'm as excited as everybody else is to see him getting some varsity minutes.
And that's a 3-point attempt, and it is off the mark.
Rebound, Nas Welch. Curry driving. Not going to go for Jacob Curry. But it's going to retain Eagle ball. Welch driving in. Not going to finish. Going through a lot of contact. Looks like he might be getting a couple shots. He will. He's shooting 2.
And from what you've seen, Nas Welch is a very tough, gritty player.
He very, very much so is.
Drains the first. And the second attempt is also good to cut this to an 8-point game with 1:58 to go in the first half. Quick fire,
just
and
like
it is
that.
good for Aiden Burns to put this back to an 11-point lead.
Tarek Smith
Fires
his first
good.
Tarek Smith with his first varsity points.
We say a big congratulations because he has earned these minutes right here. And he's bringing the ball up the court.
As well, it's a tough finish, not going to go. I guess they called him offensive foul there. So Napier's going to come back into the game for the Eagles. That's going to give Welch a rest.
Right now we have an 8-point game with 1:05 to go, and we have a foul.
It's going to be at number 22, Jacob Curry.
Sending Grace to the line. That is number 5, Braden Gable. And he misses.
That ball about got stuck on the rim.
Fighting through the contact, and Evan Eversole with a bucket. Fighting through the contact. And the shot by Keontae Richards is good to make this back to an 8-point game with under 20 seconds to go in the first half.
It's like Alice Lloyd going for the last shot. Just under 10 seconds. Koji Anderson fires.
Off the rim. Grace has a chance. And drains it at the buzzer.
They'll come over here to check it, but I think it was good.
Aiden Burns drains it.
And as we hit halftime, currently sitting at a 10-point deficit for Alice Lloyd. Don't go anywhere. We will be back after the half.
we're back here we're back here for the second half of this game right here. Right now it is 39 Grace, 29 Alice Lloyd at the start of the second half. We saw Grace kind of dominate that first half because Alice Lloyd was unable to get their offense going at an effective rate. And we just see an and one for Aiden Burns of Grace, continuing what they started with in the first half, with a chance to go up by 13. And it is good. The offense just isn't working at an efficient level like it needs to. We're hoping for more offensive efficiency for the Eagles here in the second half, and misses that shot. Grace bringing it up the court. A wide open three-point attempt is off the mark for Isaac DeVeser. And the attempt is off the mark for Desmere Hatchett. As that is off the mark, but the offensive rebound, and that shot's off, and the rebound by Evan Eversole. As Desmere Hatchett bringing it up the court. Hands it off to Eversole. Eversole pass, and it is off the mark.
Alexander's still shooting. He's missed a good amount here in the last little bit, but I mean, shooters are going to keep shooting. You got to make sure that you're going to get that
and that is
shot
a good
to
rebound
fall.
for Koji Anderson as he brings it up the court for the Eagles. He pumps and he misses. A quick run down the court as that shot is off the mark, but there is a foul. Sending Keontae Richards to the free throw line. The first attempt is off the rim. The second attempt is also off the mark. So it's still a 13-point game. Desmere Hatchett bringing it up the court for the Eagles. Passes to Evan Eversole. Driving, turns it over.
Poke free for Eversole.
Eversole driving in, throws it out. And the attempt for Koji Anderson is a miss. The rebound.
Eagles just need to settle their...
They're taking too many wild shots.
They're taking these wild shots and none of them are falling.
The offensive efficiency is just not present in this game.
No, not at all. Not in this half yet.
The turnaround is good for Braden Gable. He's been mentioned quite a bit. He was mentioned quite a bit in the first half. He's had quite the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a turnover. And another shot for Braden Gable to make this a 17-point lead for Grace. The largest lead of the game. The Tigers came out fighting here in the second half, and Alice Lloyd has just not had the answer offensively. And that shot is good for Koji Anderson. We need to see more of that.
You're definitely wanting Anderson to get hot here.
We're hoping to see a comeback like we did in the girls' game, but hoping for a different result.
Absolutely.
But every time they score, Grace, the Tigers have an answer. And that is a shooting foul.
Looks like we're going to have a full team substitution for Alice Lloyd. It's going to be Micah Shelton,
Taysom Parks, Mel Hazel, Alex Raznick, and Daniel Carmichael coming in for your Alice Lloyd Eagles.
And a turnover. And that is a missed shot by Aiden Burns after he stole the ball. Jamel Hazel with the ball. Passes it, and that is three, and that is off the mark. Aiden Burns with the rebound. And number 0, Jalen Shepard with the easy basket to make this a 19-point lead. That attempt is good for Daniel Carmichael.
Carmichael's one that can hit you a lot from 3, so if we're able to get him hot, that might be something good.
That shot is good for Braden Gable. He's a baller for Grace.
He is playing great. They have a couple guys that are playing really good. Number 5 and number 10 both.
But Alice Lloyd has had no answer for him.
Not in the slightest. There's Mel Hazel driving in, getting his own rebound. Put back.
And that's a bucket for Hazel. That's an attempt, and it is off the rim. But it's a foul on the Eagles, looks like. And I don't think that nobody likes that call.
It sure doesn't sound like it. I think they were wanting it over the back, but they called the foul on Micah Shelton, who was the one that got rebounded over.
And a foul sending Braden Gable to the free throw line.
Looks like a timeout.
It is a 16-point lead for Grace, 52-36 at the 14:05 mark in the second half.
Alice Lloyd really has to change something or this one isn't going to be competitive.
They've just not had very much offensive efficiency. They're gunning shots instead of taking the appropriate efficient shots. And also, the calls are not going their way in some stances.
No, not at all. Alice Lloyd really needing to play their game, get back on their pace. They're really trying to play up to their team, the other team, and it's just not matching. Yeah. The other team is running circles around them.
Braden Gable is at the free throw line for Grace, and he drains the first free throw. And drains the second.
2 for 2. Currently sitting with a pretty big lead. Comfortable lead, I would say.
But if we remember, Alice Lloyd, the Lady Eagles, was also in a big deficit, I guess, and was able to come all the way back and tie the game, but was not able to finish it off at the end.
You're completely right.
So anything can happen. And we got a foul on number 11 White for Tristan Griffin, or I'm Raznick.
Alex Raznick, yeah.
I'm reading up the wrong one. That attempt is off the rim. And Gable again. It's just clear we do not have an answer for Gable at all.
No, not at all. This guy's really putting the work on Alice Lloyd.
Should have done some better scouting on him.
It might not even be the scouting. It might just be this type of player. It's just very hard for Alice Lloyd's defense.
And that shot is off the rim for Keontae Richards. That shot is off the rim, and Grace running up the court. Slows it down. Jalen Shepard scouting the competition on the court, trying to find the right direction to go. There's 4 on the shot clock. And that shot doesn't even hit. And a foul. Going to send number 24, Isaac DeVeeser, to the free throw line for Grace Christian.
It looks like we're about to have a 5-man sub, giving a bunch of starters some playing time back in it. You're going to leave Desmond Hatchet on the bench. We're going to see Koji Anderson, Landon Napier, Aiden Sloan, Will Alexander, and Evan Eversole all come onto the court for your homestanding Alice Lloyd Eagles.
And that is off the rim. Went 1 for 2 to make this a 23-point lead for Grace. Evan Eversole driving. Pushing through the contact and 1.
Their Alice Lloyd's going to need a lot of and ones if they're looking to come back from this one.
It's clear for Alice Lloyd the answer is to go to Evan Eversole because the defense has no answer for him. They have nobody big enough to stop him on the interior.
No, not at all. Evan Eversole's a force to be reckoned with. That's really going to have to be what Coach Cornett switches his game plan to, no matter what it was.
Eversole can just mow through the defense because they've got nobody big enough out there to stop him. And a
steal for Koji Anderson. Fast break opportunity to Landon Napier.
And that is
at the rim.
Makes it a 20-point game with 11:35 to go in the second half. Could we be getting ready to see a comeback like we've seen in the first game?
You never know.
But we're not going to come back if we cannot stop Braden Gable because he has just mowed through the defense. There's been no answer for him. He scores yet again. And that's off. And you had to call a foul there. I mean, that was obvious.
That was a big one.
Number 10, Will Alexander was fouled. A blocking foul. Ever so forcing the contact. And it looks like the referees are talking.
It does.
Appears like they're going to stick with the blocking foul.
It's going to give 20 seconds to Alice Lloyd to work with on this shot clock. Napier with the drive out to Alexander, back out to Anderson.
Off them.
Looks like, I'm not sure what it looks like. I can't. It looks like
like
Alice Lloyd inbounding the
Eagles
ball
ball.
again.
Kick out. Three-point attempt is good for Aiden Sloan. Cutting this to a 19-point lead with 10:30 to go.
Out of bounds
Out of
pass.
bounds.
It's going to be Eagle ball.
61-42 with 10:30 to go. You think we could see another comeback like we did the first
You
game?
never know. As an Eagle fan, you definitely hope so. You're seeing these guys playing a lot better now than they were earlier.
And that's a three-point attempt, and it is good. Yet again, for Will Alexander this time to cut this to a 16-point lead. If you're a fan of Grace College, you hope your team does not quit playing right now just because they have a large lead.
Now they're going to need to lock back in.
And that is a good. That is from. Make this an 18-point lead.
Eversole again with an answer.
But if you're Alice Lloyd, you've got to start getting some stops on defense. Your offense is getting efficient now. You just got to start getting stops on defense.
You got to start matching your offense with your defense, and you'll be able to play a complete game here.
You got to play them both at the same time. You can't just play one and then.
Eversole with a steal. He's driving. He's by himself. And the finish.
It's now a 14-point game. Alice Lloyd threatening to come back. And look at the defense. And it's Alice Lloyd ball with 9:09 to go.
Looks like a timeout for the visitors from Grace Christian. They're wanting to talk over some things. They're not happy with how their team's been playing here recently. 14-point lead.
What does Alice Lloyd have to do to keep this comeback going?
Alice Lloyd's just going to need to keep playing their ball. They're playing strong. They're playing fast. They're playing very efficient right now, especially on offense. Their defense just has to match it. They have to find some answers. They have to find some ways to stop some of these guys. Some of these guys, like the names you're mentioning, are very unstoppable right now. And you just really have to either try to neutralize or just try to slow them down in any way you can while also scoring effective on your side. I think you continue to rely on guys like Eversole, guys like Koji Anderson, guys like Napier, and even guys like Will Alexander, who's playing amazing on offense and on defense. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, and you've also got to try to at least stop Braden Gable because he is tormenting your defense.
Yeah, he's definitely being player of the game for Grace Christian. He's the reason they have this massive lead. But the lead's slowly tormenting. It's slowly getting down. So that'd be big for Alice Lloyd to be able to take away from them.
And it's Eagles ball outside of the timeout. Aiden Sloan bringing the ball up the court for your Eagles. Sloan hands it off to Eversole. Eversole driving in hard. Kicks it back out to Sloan for three, and that is good. Got the 2. It's now a 12-point game.
You hate to see the deep shot be called a 2.
And Alice Lloyd being up on him a little bit there, forcing the jump ball, but possession remains with the Grace Tigers.
But that does mean next jump ball will be Alice Lloyd's. That's a good one to have.
Driving in, and that is an easy layup for Keontae Richards. He's been another matchup nightmare for the Eagles. Now you have Koji Anderson bringing the ball up the court for your Eagles. Eversole, and that is an offensive foul. It will be Grace Ball with a score of 65-51 with 8 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game. And that's a steal for Koji Anderson running it up the court. Anderson kicks it out. That's a 3-point attempt, and that is off the rim.
Eversole's playing hard for his team, keeping it close. 12-point lead.
He's been the matchup nightmare for the Tigers here. Nobody's been able to stop him. Just keep feeding him and hope to start getting stops on defense is your answer.
Will Alexander with a steal. And a steal back. Miscommunication.
Devin Barty stole it back.
They're going to call a foul on 20 White.
That is Aiden Sloan.
Looks like they're already in the bonus. Going to see Alexander and Napier get some rest while Nas Welch and Jacob Curry get some playing time.
Being in the bonus necessarily is not good for Alice Lloyd, because they have free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a factor here late in this game. That's 2 free shots, as well as time for your entire team to rest, catch your breath, and maybe formulate a new game plan.
And it is good. It is 67-53.
There you go. You beat me to it this time. Yeah.
That is a
miss from Evan Eversole from 3. Steal from Koji Anderson. Steal actually Nas Welch.
And Welch kicks it out, and that is a wide open 3-point attempt, and it is off the mark.
I swear some of these basketball guys, they'd rather shoot the contested shot than the open one, because the open one, they miss more. And it's weird. You'd think the open one you'd make a lot more.
Yeah, but there's more in your
pressure.
mind.
Yeah. The only person guarding you is yourself, and that's usually harder than an offender. Eversole with the tip away. There we go, Evan. Evan with a mismatch, and he's going to get the bucket. Eversole's playing like a demon for Alice Lloyd. He's playing very, very competitive basketball.
And the lead is now cut to 12, 67-55.
And we're going to take just a short pause here in the commentary booth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Currently looking at some stats, ladies and gentlemen. Leading scorer for Alice Lloyd that is on the court right now is going to be number 15, Evan Eversole with 15. But a name we've said a lot, Braden Gable has 25.
And there's still 6 minutes to go in this game. Jalen Shepard with the ball right now for the Tigers. Passes it off. And there's Gable. He passes it. Shepard with the ball. Trying to get around Eversole.
Good defensive pickup there from Jacob Curry. Didn't result in a stop, but it was definitely the right move.
Isaac DeViser for Grace Christian. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name.
You're not saying it any worse than I'd be saying it.
And that's a three-point attempt, and it is good for Koji Anderson.
Koji Anderson now at 10 on the game.
And it's an 11-point game, 69-58 with 5:45 to go.
I guess they called that one a 2, actually, on the Anderson deep shot. Or I apologize, I'm looking at the wrong team. Losing my marbles.
Not as bad as me looking at the wrong team on the paper earlier for names.
We're currently sitting at just under 6 minutes left. Alice Lloyd only down by, that's going to be 12, so definitely comeback worthy. But you're going to have to start playing the right brand of basketball. And one of the guys needing to start shooting a little bit better going to be the guy right in front of us, Jacob Curry, needing to hit a couple more of his threes on the day.
And you've got to defend without fouling because your offense is slowly becoming more efficient, but your defense, you're fouling too much. You've got to defend, and
there's
that's
a steal. And he's going to get back, but
and
perfectly.
That is an easy shot for Keontae Richards.
The ball deflected right into his teammate's hand for the easy lay.
Eversole with the ball, driving in, kicks it out. Eversole driving. Eversole slides under the defense but cannot get it, and that is a block.
Yeah, got to give credit to Welch there going up for that rebound.
And Richards with the ball right now.
Steal from Eversole and then poked away. Going to remain Alice Lloyd ball.
We are at the 4:49 mark left in the second half, and we're taking the final media timeout of the game.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is where you really got to formulate how you're going to run your offense the rest of this game. Alice Lloyd down 14, so definitely a way to come back here. They just got to find it. And I'll tell you, I would be coming back by putting in, looking in who's scoring the most for us, and I would just be throwing them in there. Well, top 5 scorers for Alice Lloyd right now are Aiden Sloan, Will Alexander, Landon Napier, Koji Anderson, and Evan Eversole. So those are definitely guys you want to give more minutes to, but you also have to look on defense and try to find ways to stop guys like Gable and guys like Richard, because you're really not having an answer for them.
Because Gable has torn your defense apart.
No, Gable has played fantastic, shooting 10 for 16, 2 for 4 from three-point range, 3 for 4 from free throws. He's also got 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Alice Lloyd's leading scorer, Evan Eversole, 7 for 13, 0 for 1 from 3, 1 for 1 from free throw, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. The big stat for both of these guys. Eversole has 0 fouls. Gable has 1. So these guys are getting clean buckets. These guys are playing very efficiently on offense and on defense.
And with that stat, Eversole has a double-double with 15 points and 10 rebounds.
He does. Evan Eversole's one that I'm sure we'll see a lot of double-doubles out of. Be nice to see if he's able to share the ball a little bit, get him a triple-double once or twice this year.
And Eversole, you could tell he has a bright future ahead of him here.
Absolutely.
If he stays all 4 years and gets a full development, who knows, maybe he could be NBA bound. You never know.
You never know.
I mean, anything's possible.
Absolutely, and Eversole, I feel like, will be one of those guys that's going to work harder just throughout his career because he's going to know what to fix.
Koji Anderson driving it in, and that is a bucket for Koji Anderson to make it a 12-point game.
Yeah, Anderson's one not to shy away from contact up at the rim.
You've got to defend without fouling late because this is the moment where fouls matter the most. You're in the bonus. They shoot free throws the rest of the way, and they've been pretty efficient from the free throw line, so you have to be careful to defend without fouling. And Gable with the ball. Gable drive, and he's fouled.
They're going to call a foul on Koji Anderson, giving him his third of the game, tying him with the most on the team as Nas Welch also has 3. Anderson again going for contact at the rim, getting an and one opportunity.
Could be a 3-point play. That would cut the lead down to 11 if he's able to finish it out. And I'll tell you, this is a good driving team. If they're able to drive, get some fouls on the other team, get them and get themselves in the bonus, you can have yourself a ball game here. And he makes it, currently sitting at a 63 to 74 point game late in the fourth.
With 3:54 to go. And 76 to 63. 3-point attempt is off the mark and rebounded by number 0, Jalen Shepard.
Tough defense on him. Looks like a timeout call for Grace Christian, currently sitting at a 76 to 63 point ball game.
If we're getting late in this game, what do you think Alice Lloyd needs to do to be able to make the final comeback over these final 3 minutes and 34 seconds?
Easier said than done. Simply stop Braden Gable. Braden Gable's just moving freely, doing absolutely whatever he wants. And you really just have to neutralize that. He's flying up and down the court. He's simply unguardable for the squad. He's playing out of his mind.
You've been looking over the stats. They have 3 players in double figures.
They do. That's going to be Gable, Richards, and Burns. Burns and Richards both with 11. Gable leading the team with 26.
Smart pass there. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get to it before Koji, so he just tipped it over to his teammate.
Shepard bringing the ball off the court. We're getting close to the 3-minute mark in this game right here. Passing it around. Kick out. And that is an attempt for Aiden Burns, and it is good from 3 to make it a 16-point game. But the fight isn't done for Alice Lloyd because Nas Welch just scored to make it a 14-point game. It might be a big lead, but the Eagles are not going to stop fighting. And off the rim, an offensive rebound for Keontae Richards. And then
a
poked
steal.
away.
Nas tips it away. Eversole gets it. Anderson bringing the ball up the court.
Kick. And that is off the rim. And Keontae Richards. Isaac DeVieser with the ball right now. And then Jalen Shepard right now scouting the defense for the Grace Tigers.
Poked out by Eversole.
There's going to be 5 seconds on the shot clock and 1 minute and 54 seconds on the game clock with a 14-point deficit for the Eagles.
Yeah, you're going to really have to start seeing stuff happen now. Curry and Welch out of the game. Sloan and Napier back in the game.
That's a deep shot, and it's off the rim. Sloan driving it in. Koji, and that is good.
Soft finish
Makes it
there.
79 to 67. 7.
You beat me to it again. Yeah, Alice Lloyd currently at a 12-point deficit. So you've asked me a bunch. I'll turn the tables and ask you, what are you doing if you're Alice Lloyd? What are you saying if you're Coach Cornett right now?
Well, you know, stranger things have happened late in games, but right now I would focus on trying to get a good defensive stop here and coming down and draining yourselves a 3, because that is important, and then you're going to want to defend on the inbounds, because that's important, because stranger things have happened. I mean, look at past NCAA college basketball games. There's been teams down 10 points with a minute to go, come all the way back to win the game. So being down 14 with a minute 39, you're not out of it. There's literally an instance of that last year.
So would you value a heavy defensive presence or a stronger offensive presence right now? What would you value? Would you rather have good defenders or good shooters on the court?
I'd rather have, to be honest with you, good shooters, because, you know, because they can make a mistake on offense themselves at any time. So having the good shooters on the court could help you, so that way, whenever you get the ball back after they make their mistake, you can come down and do your stuff.
Yeah, that's very true. I do like your point on that one.
I feel like it's good to have a little bit of both. I mean, obviously, some of your shooters can be able to defend. Obviously, some of your defenders are going to be able to shoot. But having probably the best defender on your team and the best shooter on your team on the court at the same time in this late game is going to be probably ideal.
Or you could kind of sub in between, like have your offense on the court for offensive possessions. And look at, and one attempt for Koji Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson's come alive. He's now the leading scorer for the Alice Lloyd Eagles.
Hoping to cut this to a single-digit game with a minute 29 to go.
That puts him, he's at 19 on the night. Now, his career high is 28. So, I mean, you could see anything. Koji Anderson getting the rest of the points in this game means he breaks his career high.
Yeah.
We'll give a shout-out to Jamie Cowan in the women's game earlier. She set her career high for it being an Eagle with 28 points. So her and Koji both have a career high of 28. Koji's looking to get the one-up on her in this game. Currently sitting at a 20-point performance for the senior.
And we're sitting at a 79 to 70 game with a minute and 29 to go. But
looks like Alice Lloyd is resorting to fouling.
I think it's a little bit early to foul. I think you should wait until at least under 45 seconds to foul. Test your defense.
I agree. You just got to be careful who you let do those fouls.
Because your defense has been fairly efficient here over the past little bit, so I would test your defense right here.
That's fair. I do believe the idea for them is to stop the other team from draining any clock time. If they shoot free throws, the clock's stopped, and they're able to formulate some game plan. And then stuff like that happens. They miss some shots.
Aiden Burns misses his first free throw.
Yeah, that puts him at 1-3 on the game. So if I'm Alice Lloyd, I'm fouling Burns, I'm fouling Richards, I'm fouling Loins, because none of them are shooting great. Of all three of them shooting 6 free throws, they've all made 1 combined. While people like Gable are 5 for 8.
The second attempt is good to make it 80 to 70. Koji driving it, and Koji Anderson is fouled. He has took the game into his hands.
And Koji Anderson's the type of player to do that. He's going to turn his X factor on.
He's got that grit, determination. He's got that dog in him.
He absolutely does. Let's cut down to the baseline camera to watch these free throws. I forget that we have this camera, and I think it looks awesome. What do you think, Dylan?
It looks great.
I think it's impressive being able to see this different side of basketball. You can see it.
And the first attempt is good. I think if you drain the second free throw, you've got to at least test your defense, because it would then be an 8-point game.
And that will be it, 8-point game. Looks like we're doing back-and-back subs. I think they're going to resort to fouling and just letting Koji kind of run their offense, because they're putting guys like Alexander out there that
don't have a lot of fouls.
Will Alexander only has 2 fouls on the game, while Koji has 4. So they're going to start fouling, and they don't want Koji to foul out of this game.
And that was a foul on Sloan. Going to send Jalen Shepard to the free throw line.
Yeah, Jalen Shepard currently 1 for 2 in the game.
you see they're taking Koji out on the defensive plays and putting him in for offensive plays. That's a very smart move because you don't want to risk fouling him out.
And it's going to make the first one, making it go back to a 9-point game. I believe that's what Alice Lloyd's going to do the rest of the game, keep subbing in Alexander for Anderson back and forth. He's going to go 2 for 2, making it back to a 10-point game.
I think you want to at least try to attempt a 3 here because going 2 for 2, that's not going to work. You're going to, at some point, have to start attempting 3s.
And Alice Lloyd's going to have a turnover here. And they're going to foul Richards, who's currently 0 for 2 on free throws, so Alice Lloyd hoping that he stays at that percentage. First one is good. Going to give them a double-digit lead as 11. Second one going to be good, too. He's on 2 for 4 on the day. Sloan's shot is blocked. They're just going to drain a lot of clock here. Alice Lloyd only having 47 seconds to work with now.
And the first free throw for Burns is good. And the second free throw is off the rim. It's a 13-point game with 45 seconds to go. And Koji going in for the game looks like it could be over, but you gotta appreciate the fact that Koji Anderson is still showing out there.
Absolutely, and they're still fouling, trying to get some stuff going. Grace Christian having 3 players in triple digits. It's going to be Shepard, going to be Richards, going to be Burns, and going to be Gable. Alice Lloyd only having 2, but those 2 are up there. Eversole with 15, Anderson with 12.
And that is good. 86-72 with 33.4 seconds left to go. As crazy of comebacks as been seen before, and Koji Anderson drains that one, but I just don't think that we can see a comeback here in this game right here. They're still gonna foul.
They're still gonna try at it until the last second.
You definitely got to appreciate the fight that they're showing, but at some point right here, with 28.5 seconds left to go, you've kind of got to realize the game might be just a little bit out of your reach.
Yeah, you're not really sure why we're still fouling here, especially with them not missing. You're just making the other team's score look a lot better.
But you actually got to appreciate the fight being shown, but you just kind of at some point with a big lead with 28.5 seconds to go, you just got to be like,
yeah, that's completely right, Dylan.
And Koji pulls up, and that shot is off the mark. Kick out. Eversole misses the shot.
Jump ball going to go in favor of Alice Lloyd.
With 14.4 seconds to go, we have an 88-74 ball game. On the jump ball, Alice Lloyd gets possession. Koji Anderson driving it in. And he gets fouled with 10.4 seconds to go, sending him to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, Anderson's already having a great start to the year, being probably your star senior on the team. Definitely going to be needing to be a leader. This will be his third 20-point game this year. He's had games with 18, 16, 13, 11, 14, and then 24 and 24. And this will be his season high at 25 currently.
And I think that they are Grace College doing the humble thing and just not going to try to shoot again. Let the clock run out.
And ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our doubleheader of action today. Alice Lloyd falling in both games. Second game losing 75-88. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you, Dylan, joining us for very first time. We'll hopefully be able to catch you back on a couple more streams going forward.
It was a pleasure to be here.
All righty. Well, don't forget to turn your notifications on. Don't forget to check the schedule on the Alice Lloyd Eagles website to know whenever we're going to be going live, whenever you can catch your Eagles in action. And, yeah, thank you for joining us from the broadcast booth in